Hola, ¿qué tal? I hope you're well. Really looking forward to seeing you all back very soon when we can do our face-to-face teaching again. Today, we're going to start our new unit, which will be about television and cinema. Let's get started straight away. Hola, la clase. ¿Cómo estáis? Muy bien, gracias. Vamos a empezar. So, today we're going to start with our new topic, as we said. You're going to be able to talk about television and films. Now, to be successful, as always, you're going to have to use your masculine and feminine articles. This time, you're going to be learning how to use los and las to pluralize masculine and feminine nouns, and also today you will learn how to pluralize the main verb when necessary. Let's start with our topic. Our topic is la televisión. Couldn't hear you. Try that again. My time first. La televisión. We've got our accent, so we go up. Now, Mr. Bell has taken a few parts of some quite tricky words, and I've just taken them out of the word and put them down here on the left. There's this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. This is how they are written. Your task in your hacer ahora, your do now, is practice. How do you think these are said? So, you're going to pause your video, and for about 30 seconds, you're going to try your best to pronounce, to practice how these parts of the words are said. Pause your video now. Excellent. Let's have a little look. So, the first one here is te-le. Good. It's not ti-li, it's te-le. One more time. Te-le. This one, tricky, because you've got lots of words in English that finish with this type of sound, like countries, rees. But in Spanish, it's not rees, it's ries. Ries. One more time. Ries. Good. So we have tele, ries, and here's a tricky one. It's got Spanish J. This one is ujos. Ujos. Your turn. Ujos. So we have tele, ries, ujos. And this one has quite a long sound. As you can see, it's di-a-ri-o. Diario. One more time. Diario. Let's go back. Tele, ries, ujos, diario. And the last one is broken into two syllables. Theos. Theos. Excellent. These words are these sections, excuse me, of words will be popping up straight away. Excellent. Let's move on. Now, what we're going to do is a little task where you will elegir la respuesta. You will choose the answer you feel is correct. So, the first thing you're going to need is this task sheet. Here you can see we have 11 television programs already written in Spanish. In a moment, I'm going to show you a screen, and you will have two choices. You're deciding, is los documentales choice A or choice B? When you've made your choice, you'll write it here. Is los concursos choice A or choice B? And when you've written your choice, so chosen your choice, you'll write it here. And you're going to do all of that right to the last one, los anuncios. So, let's start. You'll need to print this off. However, if you haven't been able to print that off, which is absolutely fine, I would say pause the video now and write these out. You don't need to do the drawings, but it would be good to write out the 11 TV programs so you can then choose what they are in English. So if you haven't printed it off, pause your video now and write this out. Excellent. So we should all be ready to go. Let's have a look at the first one. Here we have los documentales. Do you think that in English means A, sports programs, or B, documentaries? Write your choice on either your task sheet or the piece of paper you have now. Excellent. Our second one is los concursos. Do you think los concursos is A, reality TV shows, or B, game shows? Choose and write on your task sheet now. Excellent. So let's just have a look at what our task sheet should look like. The first one, los documentales, is documentaries. So if you've written that under, that's correct. The second one, you should have written your choice here. At the end, we'll check all of this and you can correct anything that might not be exactly the same as Mr. Bell's. So that's what our worksheet should look like. Let's move on to the next one. Los dibujos animados. Is that A, cartoons, or B, the news? Write your choice now. Our next one is las telenovelas. There's quite a clue in the word. You can see the English word novel and telenovels. Telenovelas. Is that A, nature programs, or B, soap operas? Soap operas are stories that are on TV nearly every day for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, such as Coronation Street, EastEnders, etc. Write your choice now. Okay, let's move on to the next two. This one is las series. Excuse me. Do you think that is A, excuse me, social media TV, or B, a TV series? Write your choice now. Good. The next one is el telediario. Telediario. And I can tell you that dia means day. So, do you think this is a story on TV or B, the news? Okay, I think that one's an easy one, so we're going to push on. Here we go to the next two. El tiempo. Is it A, the weather, or B, a geography TV program? Write your choice now. Good. The next one is los programas musicales. Is this A, a music program, or B, the history channels? Okay, let's move on. The last three, I put them all together. This one, los programas deportivos. Do you think that is sports programs or documentaries? Write your choice now. The next one is actually an English word that we say a bit incorrectly in Spanish. So this is los realities. Do you think that is a technological program or reality TV? Los realities. And the last one is los anuncios. Los anuncios. Do you think that those are adverts or shopping network programs? I'll give you a little bit of a clue. There's a word in English which is to enunciate. If you know what that means, it could help you. Okay, it's time to corregir. I'm going to show you what your worksheet, your task sheet should look like, and if there's anything that it isn't the same, you're going to need to correct it. So, let's have a little look. We have the first one, los documentales, and that is our documentary TV programs. Then we have los concursos. Those are our game shows. Los dibujos animados, cartoons. Las telenovelas are your soap operas. Las series are TV series programs. El telediario is the news. El tiempo is the weather. Los programas musicales, music programs. Los programas deportivos, sports programs. Los realities, that's reality TV, things like Big Brother. And los anuncios was the adverts. Okay, so hopefully you've got a worksheet that has translated all of those correctly. I'm going to run through them once more. Los documentales, documentaries. Los concursos, game shows. Los dibujos animados, cartoons. Las telenovelas, soaps. Las series, TV series. El telediario, the news. El tiempo, the weather. Los programas musicales, music programs. Los programas deportivos, sports programs. Los realities, reality TV. And los anuncios, TV adverts. Excellent. Well done. Give yourselves a fantastico. Now let's move on. We're going to do a bit of a grammar analysis today. I have two sentences. Number one says, no me gusta los anuncios. And we know anuncios are adverts. Number two says, no me gustan los anuncios. I need you to think, and then you're going to explain to me why number one is incorrect and why number two is correct. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds thinking and trying to explain to me why number one is incorrect and number two is correct. Have thinking and explanation time. Pause your video now. Okay, welcome back. So let's have a little look at this. Number one said, no me gusta los anuncios. Who can tell me why number one is wrong? Okay, so los anuncios is our noun. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about adverts. And just like in English, adverts is plural. It's not one advert, it's two adverts. And in Spanish, it's also plural. It's los anuncios, not el anuncio. It's los anuncios. So los anuncios is a plural noun. We're talking about more than one thing. Now, our verb to like, gusta, in Spanish can also be changed. Here, the verb is singular, no me gusta. So you would need a singular noun, such as no me gusta el plátano, no me gusta la naranja, no me gusta el anuncio. But this isn't el anuncio, it's los anuncios. So this verb is wrong. Sentence number two is correct because the noun is plural, los anuncios, and the verb is also plural. It's not gusta, it's gustan. In Spanish, when we are talking about more than one thing and we're using certain verbs such as gusta, encanta, we must also pluralize the verb. We don't do that in English. So this is a little bit odd, because you might be thinking, well, we don't say that in English, Mr. Bell. No, you don't. But in Spanish, we have to. Now, there's a few rules to pluralization, so let's have a look. Here we have our verbs and sentence starters. For example, me encanta el tiempo. It's a singular verb and a singular noun. El tiempo, the weather, is singular. It's not los tiempos. It's el tiempo. So, encanta stays the same. Me encanta el tiempo. Singular, singular. However, here is los anuncios. That is a plural noun. So the verb must be plural. Me encantan los anuncios. When we look at gusta, if it's singular and the subject, the noun is singular, the verb stays singular. This is a singular verb and a singular noun. Me gusta is a singular verb. El telediario is a singular noun. However, let's look at this sentence. Los dibujos is a plural noun. So the verb must be pluralized. Me gustan los dibujos. Me gustan los dibujos. Now we can't translate that into English because it would sound very odd. It would sound like this. I likes cartoons. Not good English. Proper translation would be, I like cartoons. So remember, we pluralize the verb like in Spanish or love, but definitely not in English. Let's look at the negative. No me gusta is a singular verb. El tiempo is a singular noun, so that's a perfect sentence. No me gusta el tiempo. I don't like the weather. Program. If we look at this sentence, we know los anuncios, adverbs, is a plural noun. So it must be no me gustan los anuncios. However, let's look at odio and detesto. Odio los anuncios is correct. Detesto las series is correct. So, if los anuncios and las series are plural nouns, why is odio and detesto not being pluralized? Why do you think this does not change? Have a little think. What do you notice about me encanta, me encantan, me gusta, me gustan, no me gusta, no me gustan, and then odio, detesto. What do you notice? What's different about odio and detesto? That's right. Hopefully you've realized that odio does not have me, and detesto does not have me. Because they don't have me, we do not pluralize the key verb odio. We don't say, odion los anuncios. No, we just say odio los anuncios. And we don't say deteston las series. We just say detesto. Because they don't have me, they stay the same. So really, all you need to worry about pluralizing is me encanta, me gusta. And when it comes to odio and detesto, it doesn't matter if the noun is singular or plural, you won't be changing odio or detesto because they don't have me. Right. Explicar y ejemplar. It's your turn. You are going to explain and give an example. This is your main task, and then we're going to play a little game to finish it off. What you need to do is finish the sentence, and then you also need to give me an example. Let's have a look at that. We have 1, 2, 3 sentences that you must finish. You can see there are gaps here, here. There are gaps here, 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 and there's one big gap on number 3. What you must do is choose the words at the bottom that you think will finish the sentence correctly. So, let's have a little look at number 1 together. Number 1 says, we use me encanta, me gusta, no me gusta, detesto, and odio with something, something, such as something or something. Right, let's start to figure out what those somethings might be. Let's have a little think. We use me encanta, me gusta, no me gusta, detesto, and odio with el telediario. Well, that doesn't make sense. We use me encanta, me gusta, no me gusta, detesto with the news. So that can't be right. Let's put that back. We use me encanta, me gusta, no me gusta, detesto, odio with plural. Okay, plural what? Plural nouns. Okay. Such as los dibujos. This doesn't sound too right, but let's have a look. Let's see if this is correct. Let me read this again. We use me encanta, me gusta, no me gusta, detesto, no odio with plural nouns such as los dibujos, las series. Me encanta los dibujos. That's not right. That's definitely not right. We don't use me encanta, me gusta, and detesto with plural nouns, but we do use them, I remember now, with singular nouns. And I can look down here for an example, such as el telediario. That makes sense. So if I say me encanta el telediario, well, el telediario is a singular noun and me encanta is a singular verb, so that makes sense. Let me find one more singular noun. They do not have me, no. Plural, no. Las series, that's not a singular noun. Los dibujos, that's not a singular noun. El tiempo, let me check my sheet. El tiempo is the weather, so that goes there. Let me read that sentence one more time. We use me encanta, me gusta, no me gusta, detesto, no odio with singular nouns such as el telediario, el tiempo. Perfect. That's a good sentence. Now, what I need to do is write also an example. We're not just going to say that. We're also going to write an example. So I'm going to type an example here. Me encanta el telediario. So I have my explanation and my example. Now, I've done quite a bit of work for you there. I need you to now take your task sheet and finish off number 2 and number 3. Please don't forget, really, really important, to write an example where it says, for example. Time to pause your video. If you have the worksheet, the task sheet printed, you're just writing in the words. If not, you're going to have to write out the whole page. So, pause your video now and we'll check the answers in a moment. Okay, excellent. Welcome back. Hopefully you've finished your grammar explanation task and you've given some examples. Let's see what it should look like. We did number 1 already. We use me encanta, me gusta, no me gusta, eso with singular nouns such as el tiempo, el telediario. I gave an example, me encanta el tiempo. Number 2, time to check your word. We use me encantan, me gustan, no me gustan, detesto and odio with plural nouns such as las series or los dibujos. Check your work, please. I've given you a little example here. Me gustan los dibujos. Plural noun, plural verb. Number 3, but the testo and audio always stay the same because they do not have me. Example, detesto los anuncios. It's a plural noun, but we do not pluralize detesto. I'll give you about 10 seconds, check your work. Any errors, just correct them now, that's absolutely fine, and we're going to move on in 10 seconds. Okay, excellent. So let's move on. Now, we're going to play a game, un juego. For this game, all you need is a piece of paper and a pen. So if you have got a piece of paper and a pen, well done. If you haven't, get one now. We're about to start. Okay, let me explain the game. It's a very simple game. I am going to show you 2 pictures. One is an emotion picture, and 2 is one of our television words. What you have to do is write the sentence. So, you're going to need the task sheets and help sheets, and obviously your TV sheets to do this. Again, if you've printed them off, fantastic. If you haven't, you might want to go to the PDF and copy them out so you're ready to go. So if you need to do that, pause the video now and get that done. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to look at this picture and you're going to write a sentence. Now your sentence must be grammatically correct. So I look at this picture and I see this is definitely me encanta. I look at this picture and it's game shows. I check my worksheet and I can see that game shows in Spanish is los concursos. So I could write my sentence such as this. Done. Me encanta los concursos. Is it done? No. Well done. I've made a mistake. Los concursos is a plural noun. Me encanta has me and it has our key verb, so I need to pluralize me encanta. Now I have a correct sentence. So this is what it should look like. Me encantan los concursos. I love game shows. Okay, I think you got the idea. We've already done one. The next one is your turn. So here's the picture and get writing. Okay, 5 more seconds. Check your sentence. Have a look. Is the TV program singular or plural? Is the verb you're using a verb that needs to be pluralized, or is it a verb that you don't pluralize? Check your sentence. Let's have a look at what it should look like. Hopefully, you've written me gustan los programas musicales. We have a plural noun, and so we must pluralize gustan. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next one. Here's your pictures. Write your sentence. Okay. Hopefully, your sentence looks like this. Me encanta el tiempo. This is a singular noun. It's the weather, not the weathers. And so our key verb, encanta, stays singular. Well done. Let's move on to the next picture. Okay, there you go. Time to write your sentence. Okay, 5 more seconds. Okay, let's see what you've got. Hopefully you've written odio los anuncios. Yes, los anuncios is a plural noun. but we are talking with the word odio. And because odio doesn't have me, we don't put odios. Well done. Give yourself a massive pat on the back if you got that one right. Okay, let's move on to our next one. Write your sentence. Okay, let's have a look at this one together now. Oops, jumped ahead. Hopefully you've written me encantan los dibujos animados. We can see los dibujos animados is a plural noun. We're using encanta, so we must pluralize to encantar. Okay, next one. Write your sentence now. Okay, let's have a little check on this one now. Detesto o odio, I don't mind which one you choose, las telenovelas. Las telenovelas is a plural noun, but we're using detesto. So we do not say deteston because it has no there. Well done. Okay, next sentence, please. Okay, let's see what you've got. Hopefully, you've written something like this. Me gustan los documentales. Plural noun, so we pluralize our verb like. Last one now. Write your sentence now. Okay, this sentence is probably a sentence I would have written about 20 years ago. I would have definitely said, odio el telediario. But now, as I've got older, I actually like the news. So, odio el telediario. El telediario is a singular noun. So, odio is the same. But even if it wasn't a singular noun, it wouldn't change anything. Odio would stay the same. Tell me why. That's right, because odio and detesto do not have me. Well done, I'm very impressed. Time to give yourselves a massive fantastico. Okay, it's time to say goodbye. Looking forward to seeing your work on Seesaw. And also really looking forward, as I said before, to seeing you all back. I can't wait to be back in the classroom and teach you face to face. Let's say goodbye now. Adios.